Okay, this is just a video for people that are running, you know, DBXLs, they're going at 12S and they've really got some power. Tyre choice is quite a biggie. On the 12S system like this, if you're going to run kind of like, what are these, Duratec and uphill, these will get shredded. They won't last 5 minutes. Big power, glued onto these tyres, just don't work. I can only recommend Badlands. I know one of the guys was whizzing down the road, he lost control and smashed his entire truck up, but these are the only tyres you can use. And I don't think he had the truck set up right, or he just was not into these kind of things. I think he just tried to do it for maximum speed and he didn't have the truck set up right. Yeah, well, this runs, you can see you've got 2 packs there. It runs the 2 beast motors on 12S, so that's got, you can imagine the power it pushes out. It's up about 30 probably brake horsepower when it's fully all charged up. And all of the settings in them speed controllers are set to minimum. I mean, there's no punch levels set up, and it will fry tyres like mad. Moving over to these wheels. These are Shelf Queen only. If you're, don't ever dream of buying these for your lovely DB, unless you're going to run it on 4S. It's a right, don't go near them. It's a Shelf Queen. If you use them once, you will tear the living daylights out of them. So yeah, if you want to buy them and you're going to run your DBXL or your 5T or any of your other cars, don't be running them like high power. Have them on 6S and don't be pushing them. They're pure Shelf Queen. Wow, it looks good. I did do another video with the DBXL. I've put another set of these tyres on them because these ones, this thing just shreds them. Have a look at the other video. It has the standard DBXL ones, which I think they're 199mm, and it smokes them. It just kills them in one hit. But yeah, these tyres, avoid them like the plague. Pure, you know what I mean? Wow, it looks brilliant on a shelf. But don't believe the hype or anything like that. If you're going to run at 4S, 6S, yeah, oh, okay, they are, handle it. If you're going to run with power, they're going to just fall apart. And this thing, as everyone knows, I put dual brakes in it. In there is a, because everything's modified around this area, that runs a T5 diff. And I will vouch for T5 diffs, even though I do use the modified ones, aluminium, everything, they will handle the power. Just keep the oils changed regularly and it's great. With also all these big models, you can see they got front and rear dual disc brakes. Putting the braking system and getting these to stop through battery packs will make the when you're putting the brakes on through the batteries, they will start puffing batteries. These things weigh about 30 kilos, these models, and I wouldn't advise just running your brakes like, oh, I'm just going to run 60% brake. I run my brakes on the speed controllers way down on the minimum setting. I think it's about 20%, purely as a backup if there was any issues with that servo and it couldn't use the disc brakes. But there's there we go. But anyway, this video was really about tyres. These ones, they're normally like for X-Max. X-Max I think are about 12-14 kilos. They probably handle it pretty good. Big stuff, they don't, they just rip up. And here's a quick look at another tyre. It just peels all the rubber off, see, at the back. In reference to the gimmick stuff, just put these on, just leave it on your shelf. It's not. They're just no good. They're purely shelf queen stuff. You ain't going to take it out to have fun with them, unless, as I say, you know what I mean, if you're a 4S or a 6S, kind of, if you just want to run it around like a car park on really low power, and that's your style, it looks all good, don't get me wrong. It's all right probably for drag racing. You know what I mean, if you just want to boot it and you just want to go flat out from one end of the car park to the other, once you start turning and stuff, they ain't up for the game. But the cars, as I say, they're heavy cars. But yeah, avoid these tyres like the plague. Avoid these tyres like the plague. I would say go for the Badlands. They do seem to last really well. And obviously they don't rip anything because they're obviously screwed together. So yeah, this is my little, hopefully, helps you guys out. And you ain't going to waste hundreds of pounds on tyres to finally get to the end result. The only thing I would say is use Badlands on the 5T if you're upgrading at all, and if you're going to use the DBXL running 12S, stuff like that, just make sure you're using, same again, screw the tyres all on and use them, but be prepared because these 12S beasts just tear the tyres apart. Anyway, hope this helps. Thanks for watching.